Hello, and welcome back to Whole Lotta with
Me, Justin,
and me.
Nathan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nathan.
my bad.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Yeah, we're back. Hopefully this episode, I'm already breaking the rule, but hopefully there'll be less clicking as I click like 700 times because we're not looking stuff up on the computer as much, at least. We'll see. I don't know. Whatever. So how's it going, Nate? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I had to turn off my AC because, like you said, there's a lot of noise in the background, so I'm suffering
Ooh.
for the people. You better enjoy
Is
this
that
episode.
what that was?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be really hot for the next hour. So let's get into it. Just exactly, what are we getting into?
Well, we got into making podcasts about 12 episodes ago. So
This
we're
is true.
trying to help other people out with that.
Yes, and how would we be doing that?
Yeah, well, we both bought a mic for this, but there's a lot of mics to choose from. So let's see which one may be the best.
This is very true. Also, I could have snuck it in as a nice little shout out, but I didn't because you're a quick talker. Another great way to start a podcast is by clicking that link in the description to start your own show. Anyway, yeah, let's get into this. So pardon me real quick as I open up my Amazon account because I don't remember what the names of the microphones that we bought are. So let me find that real quick. Why don't you entertain the people?
So,
Never mind. You don't have to entertain the people. I found them.
oh, perfect. I was going to say I had the Blue Yeti, like the full-sized one. Cost about $100.
Oh, yeah, doy. We're starting. The first mic we're starting with are the microphones that we have. Nathan has the full Blue Yeti microphone that cost how much?
I think it was like $100.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that on sale?
Actually, it might have been. Cause
Yeah, I
isn't
think-
it usually $150?
I think it's 150. Yeah,
I
normally.
feel like if you go on Amazon, you'll usually see it on sale for $100. You might have to wait a couple months, but
Yeah,
you could probably find it on sale for about $100. So
definitely. And I'm using the Blue Yeti Nano, which is just the smaller version of the normal Blue Yeti. Retail normally is $99, but it goes on sale for like $50 to $80. It's literally the same. It's quite literally the same mic as the big one, just with a couple less polar patterns, and it's smaller. These are the mics we've been using for the past 12 episodes, and we'll start off with these ones just because it's like a control, just to compare it to the rest of the mics that we bought.
So something that might be different this episode is we'll still give out grades, but this episode you the viewer can gauge what you consider the best mic on your own a little bit more.
Well,
So
this is what the first one sounds like. You should know by now.
and to start things off, this one is still at the top of my list.
Yeah, I would say that my Blue Yeti is also at the top of my list.
Okay.
All right, well, let's use these mics to talk about our first topic, which is also, coincidentally, the first car that we ever owned.
What was the first
Would you like to
car
start it off?
you've ever owned,
You want me
Justin?
to start it off?
Yeah.
First car I ever owned was a 2005 Mazda 6 V6 in gunmetal gray. It was automatic.
What a silly little car.
It was, we'll get into that. You go next.
The first car I ever had was a 2002 Toyota Celica GT Silver.
Yes. The number one characteristic I remember of your car were the squeaky brakes.
Did they have squeaky brakes? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think it was just because it's like they needed to be replaced, like the pads or something. I don't think it was like a car specific thing. I don't know. I'm dumb. I don't know much. So, yeah, it had squeaky brakes.
I don't
was funny.
remember that.
Good times. Yeah, it was a cool little car. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it was
Celica.
a sporty little craft. I got used to driving in. I really did enjoy driving around in it.
Yeah, it was fun, but
comfy,
you do not
seats.
own that anymore.
No, I don't. It's been going through my family. My once I moved out and I was overseas for a little bit, my parents, they almost immediately, well, I say almost immediately, I think it was about a year or so later, they gave the car to my cousin, who then gave my car to my other cousin, her little brother. And that's where the idea for the topic came up, because now the car died.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it died. Yeah. I don't know
No
what happened
way.
with it. I just know one day I looked at my phone. I had a bunch of messages from people talking to me about my car. I was like, oh man, this can't be good. I was kind of thinking I'll probably get that car back sooner or later. And turns out it died, and they scrapped it before I even knew about it. So
Oh man.
yeah, that's a disappointment. I was just thinking about like, hey, I think was it next year Toyota comes out with that 3-cylinder engine, the 300 horsepowers.
Yeah, with the GR-Yaris or Corolla. Sorry.
Yeah, for the stateside. I was like, that would be like a cool project. See if I could get that engine in my car.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Yeah, but they scrapped it, so it's not happening.
That sucks. I'm so sorry. I have
Yeah.
fond memories of that car.
Yeah, so do I, honestly.
Traveling to Sonic late at night, going to Wildwood,
Yep.
going go-karting.
That was, man, I missed that car.
Yeah, that was fun.
Spurty,
That
Fun car to drive.
It really, I mean, I never drove it, but it must have been. Yeah, that car just reminds me of high school.
Yeah.
Damn. Rest in peace. I used to see it drive around town because I still live in where Nathan moved away from. I used to see it drive around because it belonged to, like, I think it was your cousin.
Yep.
And your cousin lives relatively close to me. And I used to see it drive around town. I'd be like, Nathan's back! Oh, no, it's not Nathan.
Yeah.
I used to get excited every time. It was funny.
else.
Yeah. Oh, it's not Nathan. Oh, well, rest in peace, Celica. You're gone, but you are not forgotten.
Yeah.
You will live on in our hearts and in our minds.
I'll always remember it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I guess to talk about my car. Wow. Where do I start? It sucked. Don't get me wrong, though. I loved it. I loved it to death. And I do miss
Isn't
it.
that the fun part of a first car? Is that they kind of suck?
Yeah. If your first car didn't suck, you
You might have lucked out on buying a used car.
you lucked out, or you're really rich.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a rite of passage for your first car to be a POS. Yeah, so like I said, it was 2005 Mazda 6 V6. We had some interesting quirks to it. My favorite quirk was, and this isn't even part of the problems, my favorite quirk just that came with the car was the base model, of course, was a 4-cylinder, and the 6-cylinder engine that they put in, which I do believe was the 6-cylinder engine that was used in the Mustangs at the time, because I think it was during the time that Ford and Mazda had their partnership. I could be wrong. I don't know anything, so sorry if I get anything wrong. Anyway, yeah, so the engine was too big for the car, so they had to cut back on the steering brack, which meant that my turning radius was literal dog shit. It was like, I think maybe just slightly over one full lock of the steering wheel, either left or right. Just absolutely abysmal. It had such a wide turning radius. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. I will never forget that car's turning radius. Having to do like 17-point turns in streets just to turn around. I'll get to the positives in a moment. To continue with the problems, literally from the first day I bought it, it was a lemon. So
Yeah, I remember
of course
that.
when yeah,
Yep.
oh, of course you do.
Yeah.
Everyone does. When I went to the car dealership and test drove it, there wasn't any, conveniently, of course, there wasn't any check engine light, and there wasn't any problems. It ran fine. And then, of course, the moment I took it home, it still ran fine, but I got a check engine light. And then from that point forward, it was downhill. So basically, I'm really dumb when it comes to like mechanics and using my hands and whatnot. It's just not my forte. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate it and I don't know a little bit of information here and there, but like I couldn't rebuild an engine. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Someone wants to teach me, hit me up. Huh? What?
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of research, anyways, to be able to rebuild an engine.
Yeah. Yeah, the mechanics part is unfortunately my weak point, unfortunately. But yeah, if you wanna teach me, fly me out to wherever you live. Follow the podcast social media at Whole Lotta PC on Twitter and just DM us. And if you want to teach me, give us a DM. Anyway, so from what I understand, one of the cylinders was faulty because it always misfired constantly.
Wait,
so when I would,
are you telling me the engine didn't have VVTI?
what is that? I'm sorry.
Variable valve timing interval in the cylinders.
I don't know.
That's the Toyota thing.
I know exactly where this is going, Nathan. You're a fucking bastard. Nathan would constantly berate me that my car was shit. Not even because it was shit, just because that it wasn't a Toyota. And he would always say things like, oh, well, could have got a better car, like my Toyota. Oh, yeah, my Toyota doesn't have any problems. Yeah, it's got the VVTI. Yeah, you should have got a Toyota.
I remember I'd be like, yeah, Toyota's so reliable. The most reliable belt I've ever had. Toyota belt.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're bringing up some trauma with that joke. Jeez, you used to do that all the time. Anyway, yeah, so one of the cylinders was faulty and it would constantly misfire, or what I could only assume was a misfire. When I was at traffic lights, the car would buck. When I floored it or gave it any sort of power, it would hesitate and like try to find, like decide, like, should I go? Should I not go? And then it would eventually kick in. My favorite part was if I gave it too much gas, the check engine light would blink as the car was hesitating. And in the manual, I promise you, a blinking check engine light for that car, or maybe all cars, but I've only ever seen it in that car, means that stop whatever you're doing harm to the engine. So that was cool. My favorite part was it was constantly burning through coolant. So steam would just kind of, or not even steam, it was smoke. Yeah, smoke would just come out of the engine bay after it heat up. But that was awesome. That was really cool. I really loved that part. This smoke really smelled great, and it gave it extra horsepower, God, it was just terrible. It ran terrible. It got terrible gas mileage because of the misfiring. It sucked, but I still loved it. It was when it worked, it handled well. It was very quick. It just never worked properly. And the weird thing was, which is why I question if it was just a cylinder misfire. Again, I don't know too much about mechanics, but to my understanding, a cylinder misfire doesn't seem like that complex of a problem. It could be, but I don't think it's that complex. I took it to many mechanics. I owned the car for 5 years. I took it to many mechanics, and not a single mechanic could fix it. Not a single one. The best that would happen is it would work properly for like a week afterwards, and then it would just go back to being shitty again. I really don't know why. I really wish. I want to know why, but again, I don't have the knowledge.
I mean,
so
maybe since it was like a Ford, if it was the Ford engine like you said it was,
yeah,
you might have to into like a Ford technician or something like that.
Yeah, so if it was truly a Ford engine, if there's any Ford or Mazda nuts out there, and you might know what the hell I'm talking about, again, Whole Lotta PC on Twitter. Actually message us. I'm genuinely curious if anyone is even listening to this.
That would be interesting. And also, please feel free to tell us what your first car was too. Be interested to talk about that too.
Actually, yeah. Now we can interact with the audience. Tweet at us, message us, whatever. Please talk to us. Yeah, please.
So
tell us
pros
what your
and
first car
cons
was.
of your first cars. Some of your best memories. Some of your worst. Right.
Yeah, send pictures.
See
Maybe
what it
we
is.
even post a couple of them. Please. Yeah, by all means, interact with us. We want to interact with you.
And now that
I
we
guess
have the social plug, let's teach our fans about the next mic we have. And so the next mic we're going to bring you is the...
it's, I don't know if this is a word or just a string of letters. Takagao? I don't know. It's spelled
like
TK. Would you say?
Go?
Yeah, maybe. Tagao? TKGOU. It's the TKGOU Tagao plug and play omnidirectional condenser PC mic.
It's like a little disc thing. It's pretty small.
Yeah.
Kind of convenient to move around. Doesn't
It's
really
about
seem like
the
it would get in the
size.
way.
Yeah, no, it's very small, very out of the way. It's like slightly bigger than an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
Apparently on Amazon the list price is $39.99, but right now it is $24.99. It has like a little blue light on the front. I guess that just means it's on. I'm picking it up, so sorry if the audio gets all weird. And it has little rubber feet on the bottom.
So
That's about it.
it's okay. Definitely seems like a cheap mic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like it makes the sound you would expect to hear during like Skype or a Zoom call. It's like that's
and yeah, that's what this
exactly
is
what
like
it goes
advertised for.
Yeah. So like that's
Yeah, it's
probably
used
how
for
Skype and
meetings.
Zoom gets the sound, is because this is the mic they're using.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, this one definitely has a noticeable drop in quality. I mean, of course, it's a $40 microphone. Although there are some really good $40 microphones out there, better than this. But again, this is for the purpose
Honestly,
of this is
like listening to Justin right now, doesn't seem that bad. But you probably
no, it's not terrible.
yeah. If you're starting a podcast, you might have like a headset. I would say this is pretty on par with probably your headset mics. So
Yeah, at least through Discord, it sounds like a gaming headset.
it sounds like every other.
And you also
mic.
have to remember that this is omnidirectional. So unlike cardioid, which is how we normally record, the most common polar pattern, I would say, where it's meant for direct speaking into the mic, one person, omnidirectional picks up everything in a 360-degree radius. So if it's just us speaking into it like we are now, it's not going to be as crisp as if it was cardioid, because this is meant for, again, like meetings and conferences and Skype and Zoom. So,
But
yeah.
if you're doing like an in-person podcast with one of your buddies, you just want to use one
could
mic,
work.
it's not too bad.
Yeah. No, it could
Yeah.
absolutely get the job done. Well, in that case, one of the jobs that I like to get done is getting swole. What about you?
I would say a good hit in the gym really like feels fucking good.
Yeah, we're talking about fitness because we're both fitness experts. I'm actually a personal trainer. I'm kidding. But me and Nathan are relatively into fitness. I wouldn't call myself a gym rat, but I try to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. I'm slowly getting back into the gym after a while of not going for multiple reasons, but one of the biggest reasons was I had an injury that required a surgery, and at least for me, once I stop doing something, I instantly lose the motivation, and it takes a while for me to get back on the grind. So I'm starting to finally get back on the grind. What about you? How often do you go, if you go, and how often would you like to go?
Well, I do go. I want to go 6 days a week. Usually I'll only go about 4 or 5 days a week. Do some type of workout. The reason I want to do 6 days a week though is the workout I personally like to do is push pull legs, and so some of that works out a lot. Like push pull legs. You do 1 day for person, 1 day for pull, and 1 day for legs. One of those, the first day you do, it's going to be like a big like muscle building day, and then like the second day you hit it again, like your second push pull leg day. It's more for your like endurance and like stamina building. I forget the exact words for it. That's how the workout generally works out, and for me, I feel like this is what works the best for me, gets me in my biggest gains. Like I can
Sure.
actually feel gains like if not every week, every other week. I'm like, oh, I need to be lifting heavier now than I did last week, and I don't get that out
That's
of
awesome.
my workouts. So
That's very, very
yeah,
good. That's
it's
really
like
cool.
not always huge
Um,
gains, but it still feels
it
nice
doesn't
to be
matter.
like, ah, man, I'm
Yes.
going up like another 10 pounds on like my bench press or something, like almost every 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, like, hey, a gain is a
Yeah.
gain. Um, Also, complete side note, um, slightly going back to what we were saying about the microphone. Where do you put this? Forgot to rank it.
Number 2 so far. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely number 2. No, that's fine. Well, hey, that's good. How did you like find your routine? Did someone like point you in the right direction,
Um,
or is it just after years and years of trying and
so for
whatnot?
this routine, I went back onto YouTube. I was looking up
Okay.
workouts. I found somebody doing push pull legs. I tried his one, but his YouTube account was weird. I couldn't find like the full workout, and I couldn't
Okay.
do. I couldn't find the first 3 days to be like muscle building day. I couldn't find the second days, and I only found like one of them. I couldn't do everything on there. It's just the gym I went to, Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness
Mhm.
is kind of iffy. We can get into that later maybe, but I just couldn't do everything. So
Yeah.
through repeated workout, I found a good website. Let me see if I can bring up the website. But I found the website to do a different workout, and as I
Isn't it like
was,
called muscles.com?
yeah, it's something like muscles.com. Look at the exact name of it. Um, Let me just pull it up real fast.
Oh, I
I
got you.
have
It
the workout
is
right here.
muscleandstrength.com.
Yeah, muscleandstrength.com. I
Yeah.
find a bunch of workouts on there, and I just happened to be looking through the website and I found this push pull leg workout. I was like, I like push pull legs. I started doing this one and it worked out really well for me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
What have you been up to in the gym?
So for a while, I went to the gym with our friend Ben, who gave me permission to say his name, so I won't beep it out. Um, and he was and still is like my coach. Um, he showed me everything, workouts and eating and form and all that fun stuff, and it was great. It was really good having a gym buddy that at least somewhat knew what he was talking about, but I think he knows more than he admits, um, to help me out and whatnot, because it's just, obviously it's easier to have someone to help you. But he unfortunately does not live in the area anymore, so um, I've had to fend for myself for a while, and shortly after um, he left is when, like life really started to ramp up, and then I had my injury and all that fun shit. So I fell off the bandwagon. I forgot everything that he showed me. So now I'm starting from pretty much zero again, but at least it's not a full zero because I worked out pretty well for like a solid 2 years at a time. I had like a pretty good thing going. So at least the foundation is there. You never lose that foundation.
Yep.
So it's a lot easier than starting out than, as if you were never working out before. So at least I had the foundation, but yeah, I'm working my way back. I have to figure everything out again. He went to a gym chain, I think it was called O2 Fitness. He's not going to go there anymore, though. I've never heard of it, but it's only where, maybe it's only where he lives. I'm not sure. And he got like a personal trainer, for a free couple sessions. And the dude that he was with gave him an entire workout regimen. And apparently this guy is massive. So it must be
Yeah.
working for him. And he recently passed that knowledge down onto me. So I have all these notes that I have to still scrape out of our Discord chat and turn into a little workout Bible. But I have started doing the first part, which is shoulders. Shoulders and back are paired into one day, but I usually go to the gym with like an hour before they close, and I'm never able to get to the back stuff. But that's fine. I'm still getting at least one part of the body done.
Hmm.
But with the shoulders, it's some seated presses, then some lateral raises, then some shrugs, and then some machine shoulder presses. And then this is something that I've never done with the machine shoulder presses. On the last rep, hold both of your arms up, and then with each individual arm, go up and down 5 times, and then put that arm down, and then go to the other arm, go up and down 5 times, and then put your arms down, and then rest. And it's working. I can safely say it's working. I've done it a couple times now, and I've had to, as much as I want to, start going frequently again, just doing those 4 things at the recommended amount that he's given me, I am in incredible pain, which is good. It's the good pain, not the bad pain. So I'd had to wait a couple days in between me going back to the gym. So it is absolutely working, and I look forward to doing all the other body parts that are listed here. I guess I'll also read the back stuff too. The back is just 3 things: some seated rows, followed by lat pull downs, and then cable pull downs. Or alternatively, you could sit on the ground instead of stand with the pull downs. So yeah, I look forward to getting back to where I was. I was in a pretty good position. I'm a really skinny, lanky dude. So any muscle is good muscle for me. And
Well,
I want to. My goal.
what they say, right?
No, what?
1 gram protein for every pound you weigh.
Really? They actually say that?
I've seen a few diets that say something like that, and let me tell you, that's a lot of protein.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like a lot of
But
protein.
I've been
crap.
looking at my protein drinks and protein bars, and if I get my protein drink and my protein bar for the day, that's 60 grams of protein just from that. If they're
Wow,
accurate.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
I don't know how
wanna
they do
take.
that. I kind of get the
Yeah.
protein drink, it's made to put protein in your body.
Mhm.
But I don't know how Gatorade and Clip have a protein bar that has 20 grams of protein in it. That seems insane to me.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no way I could consume 145 grams of protein.
It's not that hard.
No way.
2
Really?
protein drinks. This one be
Okay.
80 grams of protein. 2 protein bars, 120
Okay.
grams right there.
Damn. All right.
It's just expensive.
I mean,
y'all.
Maybe one day if I'm super
Get some
hungry,
eggs
I'll
and
try
shit,
it. But
yeah. That's
Jeez,
the other thing.
okay.
The protein bars, they fill you up. I'll have 1 protein bar just for lunch too. So
sure. Yeah, I mean they definitely fill you up.
Yeah.
That is for sure. I don't really have a diet plan just because I'm a, what do they call it? Endomorph, exomorph, one of the two. It's the type of metabolism where you can eat pretty much anything and you gain no weight whatsoever, which is a blessing and a curse. So I just pretty much eat whatever afterwards when I'm done. But yeah, I should probably get to a decent eating routine at some point. But first, I need to get back into the routine of actually just going and lifting the weights.
yeah.
So yeah, I like the gym. Do we have time? Okay, quickly. Let's quickly talk about it. Planet Fitness. Your thoughts?
For how expensive it is, it's not bad. $20 a month,
And that's the black card. The regular one is 10.
Yeah, that's what it is. Right. It's really honestly not that bad. It's just they don't have. At least the one I went to. I only been to the one Planet Fitness, and it did not have everything I wanted for
Yeah.
lifting. That bench press were locked machine bench press.
Yeah,
It's
the
not,
Smith machines.
free
Yeah,
weight
that's my
bench
biggest
presses.
complaint.
It's
Honestly,
weird.
yeah, that's my only
that's-
complaint. Really, is that
Yeah, it's that, and then it's the same thing for squatting. You have to use the same machines for squatting. They're not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
straight. They're at an angle, which really fucks you up, especially when you're doing
Yeah.
bench presses or military presses or something like that.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, otherwise, I don't know. Planet Fitness gets a lot of shit, but again, I've only been to the same one that you've been. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
especially for
it's
$10.
cheap, but, for
Yeah.
as much as you spend for it, there's not a whole lot of complaining you can do.
No.
Which is why I
I've
didn't
been-
complain a lot. Because I was like, yeah, I'll just do a lot of dumbbell stuff then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
The cardio is
I've
great there,
been-
too.
Yeah, no, it is. Everything is fine. They don't have everything, but what they have is more than enough. I've been to the top of the food chain. I've been to Equinox Gym a couple times. I'm pretty sure that's like one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive gym that you could go to. And I know I'm probably gonna, get blasphemy out there or get hate mail out the butt for this, but like, I prefer Planet Fitness. I mean, I guess like you're not paying for the gym with the probably like $300-$400 a month, some ridiculous number subscription. You're paying for all the amenities, and yeah, they have a lot of amenities. They have like a spa or something. They have like a sauna, which is really, really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I've really missed the sauna. They have personal trainers. They have a whole bunch of stuff. That's probably what you're paying for. The actual gym is literally smaller than our already small Planet Fitness in town, and has the same machines as Planet Fitness. So
It's kind of...
yeah, I'm perfectly happy. I mean, then again, I am not a fitness guru. I don't know much about fitness, so maybe the machines were not the same, but I saw a lot of similarities. Perfectly fine paying $10 an hour versus $300. I do like the
$10 a
sauna.
month, not an hour. $10
Oh, whoops.
a
Yeah,
month.
whoops. Yes.
It's
yes, yes.
very
That would suck.
hard to argue against. Especially since like they do have some stuff there anyway, so
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
great.
it's-
I
it's
really don't have a
fine
problem.
for
They have the
$10 a
massage
month.
stuff.
especially since I
Yeah.
think the average gym is like $60 to $100
Yeah,
a month.
gyms
so,
are expensive, man.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. But one thing we might complain about is the next microphone up on the chopping block. So we're gonna plug that in.
And so we got the next mic plugged in.
Yes, we
what
do.
are we looking at, Justin?
This is the same brand, to go, whatever.
To go?
It is called the USB computer microphone with. I'll just read the full title. All of these titles are just
Yeah, they're
they're
kind of
just
crazy.
words.
Yeah.
USB computer microphone with mute button, plug and play, condenser, desktop, PC, laptop, Mac, PS4 mic, LED indicator, dash, 360 gooseneck design, recording, dictation, YouTube, gaming, streaming, parentheses, omnidirectional, under, or no parentheses. Yeah, so this is like your stereotypical desktop microphone. It sits on your desk.
What was the
and
price from Amazon?
Oh yeah, correct. I'm so sorry. It is normally $40. It is currently $15.99.
I would say this one sounds better than that last one.
Yeah, this one sounds a lot better. Like I'm sure I'll piss someone off by saying this, but this genuinely sounds on par to me in my normal person ears with our Blue Yetis. It sounds really good. Like I'm blown away. at
It's
how
very
good this thing
close.
sounds.
I think I do hear like a slight higher quality from the Blue Yetis, but it's not
Sure.
like hugely different.
No, and for a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
this
for
is
how
crazy.
much cheaper this is, like it's very debatable which one is the better, like go to mic.
Yeah, honestly. So I'm gonna put this one at number 2, definitely.
For me,
Or-
I guess in overall quality,
Yeah,
number 2.
yeah.
But if I was looking at value wise, this might
Oh, yeah, I
beat
might go
out the
number
Blue
1.
Yeti. Yeah, I'll let the
we're
viewers
gonna have
decide what
to-
they think. Yeah,
We'll come up with a final verdict when we're done. For now, I'll put it at number 2. But yeah, honestly, number 1 maybe, just because it's really good for the cheap price.
although
but-
I will admit, does feel kind of cheap. Like my Yeti, like full metal, has a
Oh, yeah, it
nice
feels
weight
awesome.
to it. Feels really
Yeah, it
cool.
feels great.
This one, it's feels
It's very
cheap.
plasticky.
Probably breaks pretty easily.
Yeah.
I imagine that's one of the downsides to it, but just
Yeah.
take care of your things and don't worry about it.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a little plastic base with a red LED to say it's on. There's a mute button, and it has a gooseneck design, but like with the like weird metal that's like flexible, so you can it's malleable, so you can put it in whatever position you want.
It's
Um,
kind of nice.
Yeah. Apparently, this one is also omnidirectional. Yeah, I am very impressed. I'm kind of blown away, to be honest, for how cheap it is too. So,
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah. Something else that is pretty good, but might not exist anymore, and it makes me really sad, is E3. Let's talk about E3. Let's actually explain what E3 is real quick, in case
So-
people don't know what it is.
E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Expo?
Yeah, Electronic
Yeah.
Entertainment Expo. Hope
Yeah.
I didn't watch that. Fuck.
Hopefully not.
But oh man, I loved E3 growing up. I just thought that
Yeah,
was the
same.
coolest thing. It was like it had the game reveals for the year. Like it was
Mhm,
like, oh
mhm.
man, I can't wait for E3 because X, Y, and Z companies are gonna reveal like the games we've been waiting for all year to hear about. Before the
Mhm.
rumors, and now we get the confirmation.
Yeah.
It just felt good.
Yeah, it felt really good. Yeah,
It was
I mean,
something
if
to
you care
look
about
forward
gaming,
to. Yeah.
Yeah, you cared about E3. It was something to look forward to. Honestly, it was as depressing as it sounds. It's one of the very few things I look forward to each year at like the start of a new year. Like the first thing that would come through my mind is, oh yeah, another E3 on the way. Let's go.
Well, for me, at least by like February, March is when I would be like, oh man, E3 is going to be coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fuck
hell
yeah.
yeah.
And it was just kind of like
Yeah,
that thing in the back of my head where like I wasn't just necessarily pestering over the whole time, but just like, oh
You
yeah,
get the friendly
this
reminders.
is coming up again, huh?
Yes. Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories. Well, actually, before I get into that, E3 is one of the very few things that, just like everything else with time, it got shit. But even as it got shit, I still had so much fun with it.
Well, because that's still
And-
like, even as it got shit, like that was still game companies like place for their reveals, like
mhm.
consoles
And their blunders.
stuff like that. Yeah, and their blunders, I
Mhm.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so much fun. I have so many memories, both good and bad. For whatever reason, like I had this curse for a couple years where E3 would always fall on a time where like I would be on vacation. So I've spent many a E3 like hunched over in the corner of a hotel room trying to listen through my phone speakers, but also monitor like live chats and whatnot. It sucked, but you know I had to do what I had to do. And then of course I missed a bunch because vacation. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make it seem like that I'm ungrateful for going on vacation. I very much am grateful, but it would suck that it always fell in that time. Do you have any memories, any fun stories, or any fun memories of reveals, or anything that stuck with you? Any moments? I don't know, whatever.
Ah, man, I don't know. It's been a while since I actually got to watch E3. I've had
Yeah.
a time change for a while.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, you have
other
Yeah.
things. But I remember just excited for game console reveals.
Yeah.
Seeing I think the new Legend of Zelda come out in E3.
Yeah.
And just I think some Halo games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Laughing at EA's decision to make half of their conference about Madden and FIFA.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah.
It was always like an hour of sports shit. It was
And
terrible.
Even the audience, they
Yeah,
would
no one
not
cared.
do anything.
Oh, I loved it when they brought up professional Madden players to play a
Yeah.
live demo on stage. No one
Just doesn't
cared. No one
happen.
cares. Stop it.
I actually remember being amazed at how cool I was. I was like, oh man, Nintendo's doing their big Smash Brothers tournament and Nintendo World Championship again and stuff like that. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah. I agree. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Of course, now that I put my mind to it, I can't think
Well,
of too many positives. Yeah, go.
Actually, I don't mean to cut you off before you
No,
go into
please.
yours, but let's talk
Go,
about
go.
what happened to E3
Oh, yeah.
this year.
So, all right, I'm sorry. As the lovely Tiny Meat Gang podcast has coined it, man on the computer moment here. I'm going to click and type. I'm sorry. I want to get exactly the facts. I know what happened, but I just want to be able to tell, like, exactly what happened. So let's see here. So basically the short of it, as I look this up, is in 2020, for 2020 it was canceled for COVID. And then I think it was a thing in 2021, but it was all digital. Yes, yeah. And it was terrible. It was easily the worst one. 2021 E3 is a masterclass on how not to host a gaming conference. It should be studied in colleges. It was so bad. And then 2022 came around and it's also canceled. But people are theorizing that E3 is canceled forever. But no one knows if it's canceled forever or if it's just 2022. And I'm trying to see why. Let's
I think
see.
they said something like COVID again.
Yeah, COVID is a obvious reason. Let's see. I think I could be wrong here. I don't want to read the article while I'm, recording here and just have a bunch of dead space. So I'll just spout out what I think happened. I know that they've been trying to change up the scene for a while and try and downsize it because apparently the show has gotten too big for the LA Convention Center, and they cannot find another convention center willing to let them in for whatever reason. So they keep trying to downsize it, and I guess it doesn't work. And they've been trying to change the format for a while. They've been trying to bring in celebrities and shit and influencers. I don't know why they feel the need to change. But yeah, I guess because their inability to change how they want to, and COVID has killed it. Again, no one knows. It's not confirmed that it's gone forever, but it seems like it is because it's been on a general decline for a while now.
I imagine it'll come back at least a few years.
I would
because of
hope.
nostalgia. Just
Yeah, I
capitalize
really-
off the nostalgia.
I really hope.
So it's really
I
going to
miss
come
it.
down to the game companies and how they invest their advertising into E3 like they have in past years.
Yeah,
They
I agree.
yeah.
I miss it. I hope it comes back. But some notable memories for me. Gosh, I'm trying to think of positive ones. The only positive one I can think of was the announcement of, again, I've probably brought up this gaming franchise. This is probably the third or fourth time now. Twisted Metal, the one from 2012, the one for the PS3. The announcement of that one, where the lights were dark, and then fucking Sweet Tooth comes out in the full replica of the ice cream truck from the game on stage. That was insane. That was I screamed like a little child. That was so much fun. I know there's other positive moments, but all I can think about are my favorite blunders. I really loved the Need for Speed Payback blunder with the dude from Prank vs. Prank, and he just froze and couldn't speak properly and almost said the N-word. That was hilarious. Live on TV too. I don't think that's what he was trying to say, but that was what it sounded like. But thankfully he didn't.
I just remember watching the big press conferences and then watching the G4 coverage of it on TV of I think it was
Oh
Chris
yeah,
Adam,
G4. Goodness gracious.
Adam
Adam Sessler.
Yeah, Adam Sessler and Morgan.
Yeah, she was. Woo!
Yeah, just watching those
She's,
two go over it. But I gotta check. I gotta see where they're at right now because
Adam, I think had a problem
did a
with.
good job.
Yeah, no, they had great chemistry together.
Yeah.
I think Adam had a problem with drugs. I think,
Oh,
but he
that's
does. He has a
radical.
YouTube channel now.
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel. He makes video game stuff. Morgan Webb was her name.
Yeah, I think so,
is
yeah.
happily married, and I don't know if she still does stuff. So good for her. Live your
Nice,
life.
yeah. So I remember as G4 was on its decline, they generally would still manage to do E3 things at least, is where I would
Yeah,
see
yeah,
them
yeah.
at. But then
Yeah.
kind of would just dissipate out. It's been a while
Mhm.
since I saw what they were up to.
Well, G4 got canceled.
Yeah,
pretty
the
sure.
whole television.
The television
Channel
channel
got
at least, but I think they're
canceled,
like
yeah.
still a website. There's something with
Maybe.
the name G4 still today. I don't remember what it is
Probably
though.
like some Ninja Warrior thing.
I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, but
hopefully
it's
E3's not dead.
Yeah.
A lot of great memories. I have so much fun with watching it because I always make sure I'm on the right websites and I have live chats and I just love seeing other people's reactions to the terrible things that happen live on stage in front of millions of people, and it just makes the experience that much better. Or if something positive happens, everyone else's reaction on top of that, it feels great. It's always been like going to E3 was like on my bucket list, as corny as that might sound, pretty high up there. But
It was
I
pretty high up on mine too.
yeah, it's cool. I
like
wanted to
something
go,
I've
but
always wanted to do
unfortunately,
at least once in my life.
at least once, of course. But they they had that weird rule of like only the press could come in and not the general public.
Well,
Which,
that
I
was, like,
guess I understand.
Some years, and then some years they.
Yeah, and then some
really
years they had
did.
limited release tickets
Yes.
for guests. It's weird, but now that the show is maybe dead, at least for now, it doesn't look like that dream will come true. I have gone to PAX to try and satiate the feeling of going to E3, and it does help. I'm not going to lie, PAX is cool, but I still want to go to E3.
It still feels like PAX still feels a little different than what you would expect from E3.
Yeah, it's not quite the same, but it is the closest that like the general consumer can go to,
Yeah.
I think. Maybe there's something else out there, but we'll see. I'll keep my eyes posted. I really hope it comes back in some shape or form. I know there's the Game Awards, but I don't fucking care at all.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
I don't care. I love music. I don't care about the Grammys or Golden Globe, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I love movies. I don't care about the Oscars. I love video games. I don't care about the Game Awards.
Hey.
The awards shows suck.
But you know something that we do care about?
Maybe I know what you're talking about, but maybe I
Having
don't.
a quality podcast, which means
Okay.
having a quality mic.
This is very true. That means we should transition into the next mic, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
And now we have transitioned to the last mic.
Yeah, you sound actually really loud on Discord again.
Oh,
I don't
do I
know.
really?
Hopefully it doesn't.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll come out in the actual audio file recording. But yeah, it sounds like the gain is super high on Discord. Whatever. This one is called another weird name. The Fiduce, FDUCE. The Fiduce gooseneck microphone, tag word, word. It's a gooseneck USB microphone. Normally costs $26.99, but it is currently $17.99. These last two desktop microphones have also came with their own little wind filters, which is cool. This one, however, is the gamer desktop microphone. And would you like to explain to the people why it's the gamer desktop microphone?
RGB.
Yes, the three magical letters that you either love or hate. It has an RGB light strip around its base, and honestly, they're not bad. I was expecting some shit little lights, but they're not bad. They're pretty bright. They look pretty decent.
Mine seem to be turned off.
There's a button, the button on the right.
Oh shit! Here we go. I
Yeah,
thought
so
the last time I pressed it fucked up my mic. So.
Okay. Well, that perfectly segues into me saying that there's a couple more buttons on this one than the last one. So the last one just had a mute button. This one has a mute button, a button to turn on and off the light strip, and a little gain knob, which, funnily enough, it works, but my $100 Blue Yeti, it doesn't work on that. I don't know why. I'm sure there's some strange software thing that I have turned on or something. I gotta figure that out, but yeah, the gain little knob, it actually works. Let's see. It might even... I'm turning it down. I'm probably really quiet right now. Now I'm back. Okay. As I listened to this while editing, I realized the knob didn't work, but it did work before we started recording. I tested it out in a pre-recording recording. So take that as you will. This one also comes with stickers, too.
Yeah. Cool stickers. Well,
Yeah,
activities
that's
to do later.
if that's your thing. yeah, this one sounds pretty much identical to the last one. There's a little less bass in our voices. Otherwise, this one also, for the price point, sounds really, really good.
Yeah, it sounds
Again,
pretty good for how much it cost.
I'm really shocked here. Where would I put this one? This is tough.
Yeah, pretty tough, pretty tough. I think I'll put it at number 2, though.
Yeah, it might just because of the features.
Yeah.
So for now, I want to revisit this when we're done. This is not the final rating because I got to really think about this. But for now, Blue Yeti, the whatever the other one was, what was it called?
Goku Gooseneck.
Yeah, the to go or whatever gooseneck, then this Fidus gooseneck, and then the to go conference.
Yeah,
microphone.
I think for me it would be my right now Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Fidus Gooseneck, and then the to go
Goose.
to go Gooseneck, and the to go conference call.
Yeah, so we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, again, pretty good for the price point. Kind of shocking, but something that really isn't shocking is Mark Zuckerberg's absolute fetish for the metaverse. Good old metaverse.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
He renamed the company to Meta. It's no longer Facebook or whatever.
As it should be.
Let's talk about it for a little bit. I hear gunshots, or maybe they're fireworks. We'll never know. So the metaverse is basically it's trying to be like a replacement for real life. So kind of like Ready Player One in a sense. All of the stuff that you could do in real life, you could do in the metaverse. You can have your conferences, business meetings, hang out, grab a drink, play a game, but in the digital space. So exciting.
So cool.
And Facebook or Zuckerberg, whatever, is really, really keen on like leading this new frontier, and he's the last person I want to lead this brand new digital frontier. He's poured so much money into the project that, if I remember correctly, this was like 4 months ago, I heard that 30% of the total revenue that the company has is gone because of how much money that they're pouring into it, which is absolutely wild. And I'm pretty sure the stocks have tanked, and right now the general population either A, doesn't know what it is, B, doesn't care what it is, or C, thinks it's absolutely fucking stupid. You fall into one of those 3 categories. I think it's kind of stupid, but definitely has some potential. But again, if Mark Zuckerberg is going to be the dude to, be our digital god, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I feel like something would get lost in transition there.
Yeah. But, I mean, me and Nathan have technically some experience with some metaverses.
A few.
One popular one is good old Second Life. The metaverse before the metaverse.
What a great game.
We only played it once, right? It was just that one time. Did you ever play it any other time after that, or?
No, I think I've only ever played it with friends.
Yeah, it was me, Nathan, and 2 or 3 other people.
Yeah, we had a good group going.
Yeah, we just, for whatever reason, decided, let's check it out. Let's give it a shot. Back when it was easy to convince people to do things.
Yeah,
now it's not.
Nowadays,
because we're all adults.
It's free and everybody says no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Nowadays, you come up, hey man, I have this free thing. Do you want to do it? Everyone says no.
Yeah.
So annoying. Whatever. Yeah. So Second Life. Shouldn't have to explain what it is. Just look it up. Yeah, we hopped in one day and we all met up. We just kind of, hung out and explored just to see what it was about. And one of the key things I remember taking away from it was it ran like poop. It ran
Yeah, it
really
really
bad.
did not run like what I would want my Second Life to be like.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I know I didn't have like a NASA supercomputer at the time, but like I had an okay computer. It definitely
Well,
should have not run that bad.
regardless of the computer, the game itself just was not the Second Life it claimed to be.
No, or a Second Life that I would want to claim for myself.
That maybe that's a better way
remember-
of saying it.
Yeah. I think you also vividly remember. We went to this so you can just like a lot of these other big metaverse chat room social games. There's different worlds created by users, and you can teleport to whatever. And we somehow ended up in this like post-apocalyptic empty town world, and we were just like exploring. We really didn't have a goal in mind. We just wanted to see like what
You
the
were
hell
just
this game
trying
was.
to see what the game was.
And somehow, I truthfully don't know how, but somehow this one lone guy in a fursuit in the game teleported to us and like just followed us around and
Well,
would occasionally use voice chat. Yeah, go on. What?
I think the dude you're talking about, like me and a couple of our friends that we were on with before you got on, found
Yeah.
him and started talking to him, and
Oh.
like he became, I like online and that stuff. I get very talkative, so he became really friendly with me, and he even gave me a free fursuit that apparently you would have to pay for. I convinced him to just give me one for free.
And you're never gonna use it.
Yeah, just that one time I used it, and like we just talked to him and used him to see kind of like what the world was like, and he took us to like some weird poker table.
Yeah, he spawned it out of his ass. He took us into this empty room, gathered us all around, and then spawned a poker table out of his ass. And then we just
I think
started playing poker.
yeah, poker like blackjack, and every time he lost, he would blow up his head.
Yeah, he would do this weird animation of like the cartoon, like a cartoon character freaking out, and then his head would explode.
Yeah, it's very annoying for everybody that wasn't losing.
Yeah, it was very annoying. And then didn't he like get in bed with another one of our friends?
So yeah, that was me and two of our other friends. We were just screwing around. We found a bed. Found out we could get into the bed, and then there was like different positions you could use. So we found one where it would be like just the three of us like interacting with each other, but just him at the end of the bed by himself. And we would just be like, yeah, no, this is cool, dude. You just stay down there alone while we're up here with each other.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Yeah, that was a great time. I don't remember going to any other worlds. I think we just stayed there for the majority
I
of
think
the
we
time.
did like two. Like we found him in like a main overworld, and then he
Yeah.
introduced us to the apocalypse town with that just happened to have a perfectly fine room with like a bed and shit.
Yeah, it was like a fully furnished house.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was really weird. Yeah, I remember it like almost vividly what everything looked like. That memory, that is a core memory.
Yeah,
that is
it became
attached.
a core memory.
Yeah, that is attached to my head forever. I'll never
Yeah.
forget that. But yeah, I mean, if that's what metaverses are trying to be like, I want literally no part of it. I don't want that to be my second life.
I wanna-
I don't want to come home and put on the goggles and have someone give me a fursuit and then play poker from a table they spawned out of their ass.
Hey, the only part I want in it is to just troll everybody else.
Yeah, like Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel from SL.
Classic.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, apparently I think like the program that the good old Zuck is developing is called like Horizon something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon. I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but it's Horizon something. And apparently they have this thing where like you can't stand closer than like 4 feet next to someone, which is the dumbest
Yeah,
idea,
trash game.
because
Trash game.
the first thing that's going to happen is people are just going to stand in a line blocking every notable building so you can't get in. That is 100% going to happen. See, for the idiots, the old dudes and completely out of touch psycho tech billionaires that are currently making the metaverse programs think that it's going to be this like utopia where you can slap on the headset, get your business meeting done, you know, hang out at a virtual bar, go virtual shopping, and you live your virtual life and it'll be great. No, it's going to be literal children running around, running into your business meeting, calling you a racial slur, saying that they're going to have sexual intercourse with your mom, dancing on the table, blocking you from exiting the room. That's what the metaverse is going to be. And the fact that they're not realizing that and spending zillions of dollars only to get shit on by literal children is fantastic. And I hope they keep spending all of their money, and I hope the stock keeps tanking, and I hope they don't spend 30% of the revenue. Let's make it 60%. Hell, let's make it 90. Keep going until you're bankrupt. Please spend all the money. I want it to fail. I don't want him to be the digital god. I think things like Second Life, Tower Unite is another game that we sometimes play.
Other game?
VR chat?
Nah, it's like some tower thing, like Hotel Tower.
Oh, Habbo Hotel.
Yeah, Habbo Hotel.
Yeah,
I
the
think
infamous pool
that game is just like the perfect case study for how these things fail.
Yeah, exactly. Just look at the pools closed due to AIDS thing, which is
Just
crazy.
look up the history of the game, and there's multiple like events in that game that was just like, oh, you just can't win with people.
Yep.
Unless you take away everything that's fun from a metaverse, you're not gonna win.
Yep. 100%. I really wish I knew the name of the video, and I'm not gonna look right now because it would just be 10 minutes of me trying to look.
I can't remember
But,
it either.
There was also another video where it's like it's one of the newer metaverse programs, and the trolls were so effective at their job that they literally somehow were able to kick everyone out of the server and keep repeatedly kicking them, so they were the only people in the server for like 12 hours. It's not gonna work. Stop spending zillions of dollars with
There's
it.
that.
Just keep it.
Like just watch XQC, that Twitch streamer dude.
Sure.
Anything in a metaverse like universe, he destroys. It's ruined.
Good. You know, it's annoying.
Him
These
and
people
his
need to learn.
70,000 viewers will just wreck it.
I didn't know that. That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, just keep it to Second Life. Keep it to Tower Unite. Keep it to VR chat. It's a video game. It's not real life. I don't want it to be real life. I don't want to have a business meeting in VR. That's dumb. Why would I ever want to go shopping in digital Walmart and then wait in digital line? What?
Digital
No. So stupid. It's so stupid. But whatever. We'll see as time goes on how the metaverse progresses.
And as time goes on, we'll see which mic you get for your podcast.
Yeah, let's come to a conclusion here. What are we thinking?
I think I'm gonna stick with my list. My Blue Yeti, my Fadoosh, Togoku Gooseneck, and then a Togoku conference call.
Yeah, as much as I want to put the gooseneck in front, it feels wrong. But I also got to take into consideration that the Blue Yetis, especially yours, have a lot of different polar patterns, and the build quality is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know that it's going to work forever. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna need to buy another microphone
It doesn't
because
feel
of
like if like I touch it wrong, it might break like some of these other ones.
No.
That's why I like the
No.
Fiduce a little better. It doesn't
Feels a
feel
little bit
just
more high quality.
instantly broken as compared to the Togoku one.
Yeah, slightly higher quality plastics. But yeah, that just about does it for this episode. Again, we have a Twitter now. Please follow us, Whole Lotta PC or at Whole Lotta PC on Twitter. We want to interact with you. We want you to interact with us. Please, that would be fantastic.
And
It
if
would
you
really be cool.
if you talk about anything in today's podcast that you want to hear more about, let us
ask
know.
us.
And then maybe bring it up as a topic in one of our later podcasts.
Yeah, and in any of the previous episodes, if there's something you want us to talk more about, or if there's just a simple question that you want to ask us. We can even answer it on Twitter, maybe. Please, give us a follow. Of course, my YouTube channel. Go to it, Super Sealman 777. Please watch my videos. I beg you. Let's start a GoFundMe for Nathan to get another Celica, so he can relive
Yes,
the
please.
glory
I
days, even though he
need a
has
new
an objectively
Toyota
much better
Celica
car. But
GT4.
please, let's get him another one. And have we said congratulations on double digits yet on the show?
Oh, no.
Yes, well, congratulations to us and the show. Pat on the back for us. We made it to double digits. That's a pretty decent milestone. I'd like to say that cements that we're going to continue doing this for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, we should continue this for a while, so.
Yeah, I have no intention of stopping. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. I usually forget to say something at the end. I know I'm forgetting something again.
Well, we'll just post it on Twitter or something.
Yeah. All right, follow us. Go to the YouTube channel. Listen to our episodes. And maybe buy these products. That's it. Have a good night, good day, good evening, or don't. It is your choice. We live in a free world, mostly.
Have a mostly enjoyable time if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, if that's what you want. I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.